New week means new movie. This week's Ryan Reynolds, If. My man crush. It's not really a man crush. He just seems like a really cool dude to hang out with.
Our kids grew up.
So we need new ones.
You could save all of us.
All of who? And don't say ifs.
You know, I didn't know exactly what I thought this movie was going to be. I thought maybe it might be a little bit like Detective Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds, where that was kind of like Deadpool for little kids. But no, this was a very kid-friendly movie. If has a star-studded voice cast. But before that, let me just say, this is the second imaginary friend movie we've seen this year. The first one, as you can see here by this graphic, that we already talked about, horror movie. This, If, is a totally all about kids, and it's great. If it's not something I would go out of my way to see, because if I didn't have that AMC pass, I definitely wouldn't have seen it. And honestly, if I wasn't doing reviews, I don't think I would have seen it. But I do love Ryan Reynolds, so I kind of thought, hey, this is going to be funny no matter what. And you know what? Steve Carell, he's got this great voice that just it penetrates you. It makes you laugh no matter what. Makes me think of Anchorman when I think of Steve Carell, and especially that voice that we heard in the movie. Now, this movie was written by John Krasinski. I know I butchered that. And he also directed it, and he starred in it as well. And he had a whole bunch of his friends come into it as well. And his wife. His wife played a voice for one of the imaginary characters. And so did Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively. She was in this too. Even Bradley Cooper was one of the imaginary friends. And honestly, whenever I hear Bradley Cooper's voice now, I can only hear Rocket Raccoon. But you get over it. And Jon Stewart was in it, Matt Damon, George Clooney, Louis Gossett Jr. was in it. Just great. Just so many great actors contributed to this movie. Now, the main character is Bee. She's a kid that's on the cusp of becoming a teenager. She's 12. Now, if you look at Bee, you're like, where did I see her before? You saw her grow up, really, on The Walking Dead as Judith Grimes. Take a look. I mean, this kid has really been through it already. She's been to Comic-Con. She's been through so many things, and she learned so much. And learning from Norman Reedus, and then getting to be with all these with Ryan Reynolds in this movie, she's got a great future ahead, and she's really good in this. Let me just say, like I said, I'm not this movie's audience. If you have kids that are probably from 6 to about 13, I think this movie would be really good for them. And honestly, if you just want to go and kind of zone out and have fun with Ryan Reynolds and John Krasinski, I think I said it right that time. This would be a good movie for you. I mean, all right, so it has a lot of really good one-liners, even by Ryan Reynolds.
Don't look him in the eye.
Which one?
You know damn well which one.
Thanks for doing this. It really means a whole lot.
And, you know, there's a nice little twist at the end, and it just kind of tries to warm your heart, because this little girl has a little bit of loss that happens, and you really feel for her, and she does a great job of making you feel for her, okay? Now, I'm not going to go on and on about it, but because, you know, if I do, I'll give so much away, and I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm going to keep it short, keep it sweet, and I'm going to tell you that next week we are going to go over the Furiosa, as they say, that movie, and I'll be doing that from the beat. So I will see you next week. I'll see you at the theater, on the couch, on my iPad, or wherever we can watch movies or TV. Until then, bye everybody. Oh, don't forget, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'll read all of them.